Good morning and welcome in on this Wednesday. It's Dan Hardenbrook, glad to have you along as we take a look at your latest local news from around the region. It is your Newberry News Update on M123 FM. Your local news each and every Wednesday brought to you by your two-time award-winning local newspaper of the year. It's the Newberry News. Let's check out this week's front page headlines. Steady on America. Early and absentee voter turnout numbers have been released. The zoning ordinance public hearing take place at the November Newberry Village Council meeting. Regional Veteran Day events and programs have been announced. There's a car seat safety check event going on at Newberry Motors tomorrow. And learn about bur oaks and those weird, scary trees. Those stories and more available inside this week's edition of your award-winning Newberry News. It's available now. In your latest local news this morning, while many of the big races were still uncalled overnight in yesterday's election, the local level, Luce County, learning about their ballot proposals, millage requests, local races, and key positions. Election results from yesterday on ballot proposals include the Luce County ambulance millage increase. That proposal passed with voters at the polls yesterday. The Village of Newberry's additional fire millage also passed during yesterday's election. It was a close call for Tequamanon area schools, but the TAS operating millage renewal also passed in a slim margin. At the local race level, one of the key items for voters in the Tequamanon area schools district was the open seats on the Board of Education. 4 candidates vied for 3 seats on the Tequamanon area schools Board of Education. Winners of those 3 seats in yesterday's election were Jeff Puckett, Colleen Duflo, and Amanda Kitzman. Incumbent Larry Vincent was running to keep his seat on the school board, but was the odd man out in the voting results from yesterday. Again, for a full list of national, state level, and local election results, you can follow the Newberry News Facebook page, and all results will be published in next week's edition of the Newberry News. Three Lakes Academy in Curtis is inviting the community and families out for their Three Lakes Academy Veterans Day Assembly. The district will host that program on Monday, November 11th. It features a luncheon for veterans following the program presentation. If you'd like to make a dish for the luncheon, you can contact the district and let them know. Veterans and Three Lakes families are invited to the ceremony, which will start at 10:30 a.m. Three Lakes Academy is asking that kids should wear red, white, and blue as part of the Veterans Day Assembly. Again, that will be 10:30 a.m. on Monday with a luncheon to follow. The Village of Newberry is reminding residents and customers that in observance of Monday's Veterans Day holiday, the Village of Newberry office as well as all departments within the village will be closed in recognition. Again, the Newberry Village office and all departments closed Monday, November 11th in observance of Veterans Day. Reminder, you can get an updated schedule of regional Veterans Day events, today's edition of the Newberry News. Engadine Consolidated Schools and the Engadine Sports Boosters are selling Engadine Sports apparel. You can show your support and cheer on the Eagles. Orders are being taken November 4th through November 22nd. Forms are available in the central and high school offices at Engadine Consolidated Schools. You can also get a list of items and designs available on the Engadine Consolidated Schools Facebook page. The Spirit Gear sale is just in time for the holiday season. Students, athletes, parents, siblings, family member, and alumni could all use some Eagle Spirit Gear. If you have any questions, you can contact Deanna at 430-1903 or April at 322-0116. Again, there's display and order forms available on the Engadine Consolidated Schools Facebook page. Orders and payments are due by November 22nd. I'm Dan Hardenbrook. That is your latest local news this morning. It's your Newberry News Update on M123 FM. Your local news today brought to you by your two-time award-winning local newspaper of the year. It's the Newberry News. It's Wednesday. The latest edition of your award-winning Newberry News is available now. Time now to check in with sports. Girls volleyball district semifinal action tonight. The UP Conference Showdown as the Division IV Girls District 101 tournament rolls on. Games taking place at the Carl Parker Gymnasium in Brimley tonight. It's the Newberry Lady Indians in tournament action. Lady Indians are the defending district and regional champions, looking to go back-to-back, but first, they must win their semifinal showdown against a familiar foe. Lady Indians will take on the Rudyard Lady Bulldogs in the first semifinal in Brimley tonight. That is a 5 o'clock start time for the Lady Indians, who swept Rudyard in the regular season. The second semifinal tonight will feature Beaver Island, who knocked out Engadine on Monday night. Take on the host Brimley Lady Bays in the 7 o'clock semifinal. Two winners of tonight's game between Newberry and Rudyard, and Brimley and Beaver Island will meet in the girls' Division IV district finals on Friday night. The Great Lakes 8 East Football Conference has announced their 2024 All-Conference Awards. Several Newberry Indians earning recognition despite a tough season where they went 2-7. Newberry senior Matthew Raholly was named first team All-Conference in the Great Lakes 8 East, here in 3 different selections as an offensive hybrid, defensive hybrid, as the conference's top punter. Second team selections for the Indians included offensive lineman Ethan Pavey, junior defensive lineman Gabe Hamilton, junior linebacker Garrett Lewicki, also earning recognition. On the all-conference honorable mention list, junior Matthew Lubkert was selected as an honorable mention at both running back and defensive back, while senior linebacker Spencer Neeb also earned all-conference honorable mention selections, along with senior lineman Jude Taylor. Pickford quarterback Tommy Story was named the Great Lakes 8 East Offensive Player of the Year. Senior teammate Eli McDonald of the Panthers, the Defensive Player of the Year. Coach Josh Rader gets Coach of the Year, and the Panthers, as the conference champions, win Team of the Year. Lions making a big move at the trade deadline yesterday. They get a familiar face to join their defensive line. Lions adding defensive end Zadarius Smith in a trade with the Cleveland Browns. We'll get a 2025 fifth round and a 2026 sixth round pick. Lions have needed defensive help since Aiden Hutchinson's leg injury. Smith has 5 sacks in 9 games this season. He's a 3-time Pro Bowler who spent time previously with the Vikings and Packers. Green Bay also making a move at the trade deadline. They're sending players away instead of bringing them in. Defensive end Preston Smith, who was a candidate to get cut this coming off season due to salary cap issues, is on the move. Packers get a 7th-round draft pick for the defensive end, who'll go to join a Pittsburgh team, who's adding defensive depth in their push for a playoff position. Your latest local weather forecast for the day today. We will see mostly cloudy skies, gradually becoming sunny in the afternoon. Highs in the low 50s, north winds 5 to 10. Thursday, sunshine, a high in the low 50s, west winds 5 to 10. Friday, mostly sunny, a high in the low 50s. I'm Dan Hardenbrook. This is your Newberry News Update on M123 FM.
Covering stories that interest the community, readers have come to depend on the Newberry News. Subscribe to the digital edition for early Wednesday morning access, or get the print edition delivered to your doorstep. The Newberry News, your news and information leader.